Good morning, social media land. I am going to replicate my look that I did yesterday when I posted my video yesterday. I had my look already completed and I had a lot of compliments and a lot of people asking what I was wearing. So I wanted today to duplicate what I did yesterday so I can show you step by step what I did. So this is me with no makeup on, and I have completed all of my skincare, of course, with my Platinum line. And the first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to use Alouette's Flawless HP. So it is a primer for your skin that you would put on before your foundation. And it is amazing for blocking out redness and helping your makeup last all day long for a flawless look. So you just literally put it all over your face, going down. Don't forget all the areas that you want to make sure is flawless, like the areas that have lines and wrinkles, the pores. And you're not going to do your eyes though, because we are going to use primer for the eyes. But you continue to go down into your neck area, and it blocks out redness. I've done makeovers on ladies with rosacea, and this blocks out the redness. Amazing. So that is the Flawless HP. The next step that we are going to do is going to be our concealer. Concealer is very important to help under the eye area. We have a lot of products that's awesome for under the eye area. That helps with reducing lines, wrinkles, bags, shadows for the skincare. But then after, we want to put on the Conceal Away Duo with Alouette. It is a nice cream concealer, but it is not too heavy. It's nice and light, but gives good coverage. I'm going to get my little concealer brush, and you're going to cover up the under eye area going almost up to the eyelashes. You're just going to blend it in. I like to use a concealer brush, but you can use your fingers as well. Definitely when I'm doing my makeovers, I use my concealer brush for a more professional, better coverage, better blending in. When you're using your fingers, you're just tending to blend the product around with your fingers on your skin. You're not really blending it into the skin. So it is better to use a brush if you can. And then you blend it in with your fingers after. You want to make sure you've got it all blended in. And I'm using the light one. For a concealer, you want to be slightly lighter than your skin tone, but not too light, and you don't want to be darker than your skin tone, because this is a concealer to conceal any dark shadows. And then you could also use it on your face for any redness. It's good to go in here, especially as you get older. You might have some fine veins there, which can be perfected with skincare as well, but it's good to touch up there. Wherever you have maybe a blemish, you can touch up the blemishes. And that would be your concealer. Now the next thing I'm going to use is the CC cream in medium with Alouette. I like to put on my CC cream with a makeup brush, with a makeup or a foundation brush. Alouette has one that goes with the chisel brush. I just have ordered it, don't have it yet, so I'm going to use my old foundation brush. And you're just going to blend down into your skin with the CC cream. The CC creams are really nice because they blend really very easily. They blend in well. They blend into many different skin tones. So the medium color has a wide variety of skin tones that it covers. It's easy to match up to your skin tone. And of course, you don't want your face to be too light. You want it to try to blend in with this whole neck and chest area, which can be challenging because a lot of us have sunscreens in our creams, but yet forget about here, so our face tends to be lighter anyway. But you want to try to blend it in as best as possible to have the right foundation match. through the rest of your skin, to your chest, etc. Okay, now the next step I like to do now is the Ultra Finish foundation, which is a foundation and powder in one. I like to get, it depends on the day, sometimes I just go with this and this is all I use, but today I want to show you both and do the CC cream and then the Ultra Finish foundation. So this is a foundation powder in one. Again, it's the medium color with the chisel brush, and it gives you an amazing coverage. And it does not, for those who have issues with their pores showing, the Ultra Finish foundation and the CC cream really help that. They don't show off the pores. Some of the foundations you can use if they're cakier, heavier, they can tend to go right into your pores and then show your pores off. But this one is super nice, flawless finish. And that's the Ultra Finish foundation powder with the chisel brush. Now, I'm now going to contour and highlight. The Classic Couture 2 set, like I said in my other video, is only available for probably, I'm guessing, till supplies last, because our new catalogs come out in April, and this is not in the new catalog. This was a limited offer, so it's Classic Couture 2. The top level is your eyeshadows. As you can tell, I use it a lot. And then the second level is your contour, highlighter, and your blush. So I'm going to contour first. I'm going to show you how to contour. Again, the trick, you want to, you see all the stuff that came off the brush? If you didn't do that, that would end up with excess on your face. So with the contour, you want to go into the hollow where the hollow would be in your cheekbones, and you're going to go right to about there. And you're going to go in the same angle that the brush, from if you did a brush from your top of your ear, that's the angle that you want to do with your contour. So it of course goes underneath where your blush goes. Okay, so you see it's pretty dark right now, but we're going to blend it in. It's kind of hard to see with the light from the window, but then we're going to blend it in. I'll try to maybe turn my thing a bit. Okay, so then you're going to do your highlighter, which is this one, the light one. And your highlighter is going to go over top and above. Or I guess that's the same. Above and a little bit on it so that you can help blend it in with your blush brush. And then the other contouring spot is right there for your highlighters. Or sorry, not contour, your highlight spots. Top of your nose, here. And then if you want to go back with contouring and you want to do more contouring, you can go underneath your chin all the way up behind your ears. And this helps with double chins, giving you more of a defined look underneath your chin. You want to go, make sure you go up behind the ears because you don't want it to like stop right there and then have an obvious line. And then you can also do up here. I mean, it's kind of no point on this side because my bangs are always there, but you can, and that creates the heart-shaped face because wherever you contour, it sucks it in. It gives the illusion of being smaller. So that is your contouring when you want to go full on, full out. Now, if you want, say, an evening look, or you want a bit of color in your cheeks, you can do the blush, which is this one. And then you're going to go on the kind of the apples of your cheeks, like that. Okay, and that is your cheeks done. So the next thing we're going to do is the Heavenly Sheen with Alouette. It is your eye primer. It's also awesome if you don't want to wear eyeshadow, but you want to have something on your eyes so you don't feel totally naked. And you're going to use the wand it comes with the Heavenly Sheen, and then you're going to blend it in. You can use your finger for this one. I like to do a little bit in the corners. And blend it all in, all over your eyelid. And as you can see, it's a really nice sheen. So that is your Heavenly Sheen. This one's been around since the 80s. There's a reason why it's been around so long. So that is your Heavenly Sheen. Now, there is another one I'm going to show you. It's called the Look Alive with Alouette. It comes in a nice little compact. It's called Look Alive. I don't know if you can see that. This is a nice highlighter. I actually am doing an Indian makeup photo shoot on Sunday and bought the Ben Nyai banana powder, and because it's what a lot of the Indian makeup artists use for all under here, and it's major yellow. It's a great highlighter, but it's really powerful and really drastic. But I compared it to the Look Alive Eye Base yesterday and discovered that, wow, this stuff is very similar. It's just more subtle. So if you want a bit of a highlight after you've put on your foundation and your powders, you can just do right here, and it gives you a slight highlight. You can go a bit darker if you want it, or a bit more intense. It's just very subtle. It's a really nice highlighter for underneath your eyes. And that is the Look Alive Eye Base. So that's where I like to use it. Okay, so now the eyebrows. I'm going to use the Alouette Brow Definer, which is nice because it has the brush on the end, and it has, so it's a pencil that screws up. And I want to make my eyes a little bit more arched today, so what I'm going to do when I'm filling in my eyebrows, is I'm going to go on the top line to fill that in first on the top, and then a thin line, remember, it goes to there, it starts there. So that's how you know. And you really want to critique your eyebrows when you're done, because maybe it's just me as a makeup artist that the first place my eyes go to when I'm looking at someone's makeup is, are their eyes even? Do they have them filled in evenly? It is really challenging when you have two different arches, and that does tend to happen, is one eyebrow will be higher than the other. So you really want to try to perfect that and adjust accordingly. You're going to fill it in with the brow definer so that there's no gaps. It's just a nice solid line. And don't worry if it looks a little dark right now, because once we brush it out, it lightens it up with the other end of your pencil. So you're going to fill it in. This part is going to be fuller than, say, there, and it depends on your eye shape. So you want to look online and look at different eyebrow shapes for your your face shape. So we're going to fill it in right there, and then we're going to go on the top, turn it up a bit on the top to give it a nice defined brow, and fill it in. And then you'll see I have some eyebrows now. Now the next thing we are going to do is we're going to brush it with the other end, just to soften it. Now, definitely recommend going to someone who knows what they're doing and getting your eyebrows waxed and shaped. You can even get them tinted. Tinting doesn't last very long though, that's the problem with tinting. There is the microblading, which is very expensive, but it's quite nice. So then I'm using the Oh Brow Wow, which is powders. You can use your wax to shape with the end brush of your brow definer. But I am going, because I've already done the brow with the brow definer, I'm going to just fill in a little bit with some of the powder. The nice thing is there's 3 different powder colors that you can blend in and match up. So I'm just going to fill it in a little bit more with the brow definer. Oh Wow Brow. Just to give it a nice soft look. And if I see anything that now is missing, little gaps, just finish filling it in. And honestly, you can see why